Yo, what the hell? Why is the cam not working? Eh. What the hell? Eh. Yeah, I think the cam is cooked, guys. Eh. Yeah, it is absolutely cooked. Maybe now? Oh, now it's green. Oh, it's working. Let's go. So, I have returned once again from military, and I have some news. Some might say,
me up when it's all over, when I'm
oh my
wiser
god,
and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. Yo, what in the Ophelia is going to happen in this wonderful stream? Anyway, greetings to you, brother. How you doing?
good evening, good evening. Very nice message, very nice message. Actually, I do have some news that I was just going to drop. I will, I have, handed in, how is this called in English? I've, handed in the ominous 6.5 formula, and, I am, if it gets accepted, I am changing from the long service to short service in military, because they just revealed this week that for the next 6 months in military, the only thing I would be doing is guard at the entrance of the freaking, I don't know what, of like mainly our places there, and some others are going to be doing the same thing at like ski races or important meetings and stuff, which isn't much better, but at least it's not like always the same freaking place, which for me it is. So I'd also most likely have guard over Christmas holidays, over weekends, that's for sure, and also sometimes I'd get called in on weekends for like, I don't know, helping with if there's a flood or a storm or stuff like that. And so I handed in like a demand to change my service from long to short service, which if it gets accepted, I might already be allowed to leave after next week. And if it doesn't get accepted, I'm absolutely cooked because I do not want to stand out at negative degrees for 6 hours without being allowed to do anything for the next 6 months. I mean, it's going to get warmer, but still, it's the literal only thing we're going to be doing. And that's mainly our section. The other 2 sections, they do more interesting stuff, but our section is absolutely cooked, mostly for the first 2 months until the end of the year, because that's where we just have to guard like the two same like military standpoints, which is crazy. Anyways, enough of that. I have no idea if this is even visible on lower resolution than my freaking screen. Probably not, because it's super tiny. But it's not very important. Anyways, I don't know, did I do I did do the texture yesterday, no, like 2 weeks ago. Yep, I already handed it in. I'm going to quit. It's stupid. Obviously, going to the military every week for like every year for like the next 6 years for 3 weeks is not much better, but at least the stuff we do there in those 3 weeks is not just guard. We're being used as security guards because we're the cheapest unit that there is that they can use. And I think that is just stupid. And also, I've been basically sick for the past 2 months or so straight, pretty much. Even though it wasn't even that cold at the start of those 2 months. But now it's getting cold, and I am just like, I'm always sick. It's crazy. I don't know how that even works. Also, why is this not purple, but this is purple? Or pink, or whatever. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. I will have to... No usages. Ah. I don't have the entry. Can I, how do I add another entry just like this? Is that how it works? Let's see. Come on, start. A language school. What language? I don't know, what am I doing? This. Hell yeah, that works. Let's go. Easy C2. I don't know. I don't really need the certificate. Do I? I don't know. But is it In Switzerland or somewhere else? Because I know, for example, Lampus, he did one for French in France. I don't know what he did, definitely pretty sure it's not C2, it was like B something, or maybe C. I don't know if it was C. I might be saying random stuff. Anyways, this seems... Do I already have a crafting recipe for this shit? I don't know. Why? It does already have a crafting recipe. Wonderful. London. Damn. And how for how long would it take? Because I have already gotten tickets for something on December 28th, so I expect this to take longer than 4 days, or no, 6 days. What the chicken doing? So this works. Good. This is already done as well. So we add the next ice cream. I'm just going to add ice creams to this mod. It's just another 2 ice creams. But I need to find out which ice cream. Which I have obviously written down in a list. Crazy. Great. Need the other thing copied. What? Huh. Staying for 6 weeks. So over New Year's. Six weeks I need to calculate. That would be like mid of January. I mean, definitely would be nice to freaking do something, because I'm going to be home for like almost a year. Gambling addict. Oh, you have not seen the gambling addicts we have in military. Freaking lieutenant of the other section was the biggest gambler I've ever seen. He just spawned in front of our room and was talking with our lieutenant, and then jokingly said, "What are they doing in there? Gambling?" And there were like two of our room were like sitting at the end of the room at the table, locked in on their phone. And then he asked like jokingly, what are they doing? Gambling? And then I said, yeah, they are actually gambling. And then he said, gambling, and sprinted through the entire room and also locked in on their screen. Then they gambled on roulette, and they asked him what to bid on, and he said nothing. And then they gambled and they lost, and then he was sad and left our room. That's the best gambling story I have. It was really funny because I didn't think that dude was a gambler, but he's turbo gambler. Right, so we create a new JSON file. Why is there so many? This is all correct in the language file. Crazy. Yeah, but honestly, that doesn't sound all too bad. I might think about that. But yeah, it's a bit stupid that I already have something planned for like in the middle of that. But maybe I'll see if I have time. I don't know. I mean, I do have time. It's more a question of if I have I want to. What does it want to do? On the mod item. Mod items? Where do I have to add this thing? Under here? No. There's one thing I'm missing. This JSON here. No, this is the recipe JSON. Why? Eh? Did I write that wrong? Heh. I'm maybe stupid. I probably am. Where else do I have to add? There. Obviously. Yeah, we'll leave all that be the same. Now it should be correct. Yep, indeed. This is also correct. also correct. And now we make a copy of one of these files, and we see whether it works in game. There we go. I haven't added it to the thingy, right? No, I just can't craft it. Alright, so it should be on their food and drinks. I will probably add a second, like a new, multiple new categories, but I haven't watched the tutorial on those yet. So, I can craft these. No, I cannot craft these yet. But I will be able to craft them soon. However, this works great. So, I'm going to add a crafting recipe for them. And for this thing, I want to add oh my god, why is there so many references? Right. So we want wow, what is the name of that thing? No, what was the button again? Double shift. Magma. What is it? Magma cream. It does actually exist. And it's called magma cream. Who would have thought? Snowball stick and magma cream. That actually does make a lot of sense. The Creeper Crunch ice cream, right, is so far the easiest. I think they're still pretty balanced. I mean, if you're like early game, you will have less gas tiers than you will have gunpowder, and I mean a lot less. So making the Creeper Crunch ice cream also include a fourth ingredient makes a lot of sense, and the magma cream ice cream is it makes just as much sense to not add a fourth ingredient, because, well, it already has one that is early game, more of a rare item. So I think this is at least somewhat balanced, I hope. Anyways, we're going to test if this works, and then we're going to edit the texture from the standard magma cream texture. Like, we're going to use the same shape again, but with a again different color and different ultra wide, let's go, and a different kind of, I don't know. So we need what the hell? That was Okay. That is a pretty interesting color combo, or a color palette that I can use there. I need these, obviously. I need a stick. And I need a snowballs. Right, so if I just throw this in here, we have 16 craftable magma cream ripple ice cream. These names almost compete with the copper. Like these I don't know, lightly weathered, exposed now. Sag. But these still, they almost compete. Great. Let me edit the texture. And I don't think I can actually do that. Can I open this in something? Sad. Can I open it like this? Or does I copy it? Nah, I think that really did open it. Great. Let's move this over. Now again, it is going to be deep fried as helly. Also, I need to unfull screen it to have it not lag as much, because it is already, it's still pretty laggy. But I also need the standard magma texture. So I need to find my resource pack template, zip, and somewhere here in the textures there should be a magma cream. Great. To quickly open a new one. Great. Actually, I don't really need a new one. I don't know. I need one. Maybe. So it's called Ripple. I have no idea what is meant by Ripple, honestly. So I was right. It's like small waves, which this already does look almost like. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same color transition that this has, as this is starting relatively dark on the bottom here. I want to use these darker colors further on the bottom, and then have that transition into the brighter ones as we go. Obviously not all too, we also need something pretty bright for here. Maybe we're gonna let this color here run down. Doesn't also make much sense either. Actually, I already have all the colors there, I think. Are these the same color? They are. Alright. What is this? K and P.
मैं तो खोया रहूं तेरी यादों में, तेरी बातों में, ना तुझे जाने मैं दूं अपने ख्यालों से। ना जाने कितने पल तूने मुझको रुलाया, फिर भी मैंने कभी ना छोड़ा तेरा साया। बेपनाह दिल को मैंने तो खुद ही संभाला। मैं तो खोया रहूं तेरी यादों में, तेरी बातों में, ना तुझे जाने मैं दूं अपने ख्यालों से। मैं तो खोया रहूं उन लम्हों के पन्नों में, यादों में, ना कुछ पाया मैंने फिर भी खोया हूँ दिल से पूरा सुकून। तन्हा दिल रोया था जिस दिन तूने छोड़ा था हाथ, फिर कभी न लौट आया तू एक बार।
So this is, it's like lightened up top.
Your eyes sure look something out of a storybook. Oh, it took everything I had inside, and I'll tell you how I felt last night. You were
Doesn't look all too bad.
my type of lady, driving me insane. You were up and down, but you stayed around, and I will never be the same. Can't get you out of my head. Ooh, like a melody. Out of my head. Like a melody. Like a melody. Goosebumps for showing. In slow
Ah, that's what's different. We don't have that defined outline. That would actually have to go somewhat like this if we had a Minecraft style item that was actually like correct. I don't know if that makes any sense here though. I mean, I can always tweak these. Oh yeah. Wow, this one looks tasty as hell, man. This one really does look tasty. Oh yeah. What the hell? Oh no, my mouse is empty. And it is dusty as hell. Why is it so dusty? What the hell? This is crazy. Alright. Right, so the reason these items do not look vanilla is because of the outlining. Vanilla items have a really strong outline, while my items don't. Which is a problem, potentially. And I mean, I don't think there's really any exceptions to this outline rule. The issue I have with this is that I cannot give an item an outline that is literally dripping. Like, how am I supposed to do that? It's a dripping ice cream. How am I supposed to give it an outline? The drip can't be part of the outline, right? I mean, okay, I can make this drip the outline, but that would be a bit weird. If, for example, this doesn't have an outline on the leaves either, or the carrots, for example. So, I mean, it works. I mean, I really do like them. They're pretty good. I mean, they might be it might need a revision at some point, but I do think they look pretty good. And I mean, there are quite a lot of things that don't have that clear of an outline. Not like this stuff here. Which is, it does really. This one has probably the clearest outline, on the top at least. This one kind of also does, but it's an outline that doesn't really make much sense. I don't know why I chose to make a bright outline. Actually, I really do not. The Creeper Crunch ice cream is white outline. I don't know why I didn't outline it with a dark color. At least around here. And then... I don't really get that. I don't really get why I did that. It's probably melting here though. Anyway. Yeah. Anyways, let's add the last ice cream. Which is actually the last ice cream. Not even kidding, it literally is the last ice cream. But it's the longest one, I think. The longest name of an ice cream. Yep. No, it's shorter apparently. It's Diamond Ore Crunch. It is the exact same amount of characters. That's crazy. Right, so it really is. That's crazy. Right, so this will obviously not like what I'm doing here. Actually, it makes more sense to copy this because I'm going to need it in like 20 different titles and shit, so no usages obviously. So we're going to have to let me actually copy this again and ah shit. Right, so that was the wrong name. Even though I'm pretty sure I copied this one. Now I can take this and we can multiply things again. What the hell? I wanted to copy this, guys. This. We edit, we add, edit, no, we add and then we edit, and we add the crafting recipe directly as well, and we add and edit this, and we now this is what I'm not sure about. Right, I want to make this ice cream a bit different. I want this ice cream to be better than the other ice creams because it is in fact the most difficult one to craft. Yeah, so I need to find out if Diamond Ore is actually exists. Yeah, Diamond Ore does exist in this naming. So You craft it with freaking diamond ore. Now diamond ore doesn't really have a color to it, and I also don't know if it makes sense to make it a diamond ore and not just a freaking diamond. I don't know, we're just going to make it a diamond. I think it makes more sense than adding a freaking diamond ore. And I don't know if we should add any color at all, or if we just make it the snowball texture. Basically snowball in retexture to the basically a recolor of the Creeper Crunch ice cream, but in the snowball colors, and the black dots become diamond color. That's basically what I'm trying to do. I think that makes the most sense. So we can close all of these. However, obviously we need to copy this here. Also we need to add in the where this as well. This needs to be diamond or crunch ice cream. This now somewhere in one of these freaking files. No, what the frick is it? On the mod items? No. No, where, what? Where did I put this shit again? I keep losing it. Somewhere under that freaking registry where all the items are. Is it on the mod food? Ah, yeah, it's on the mod food component. Right, so the what? No, the Emerald Crunch ice cream. Okay. Emerald Crunch ice cream. I want this to have a nutrition of. We're not going to add more nutrition. But we're going to give it a significant amount more saturation. Because I think that makes sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. It's definitely not more nutritious, that's for sure, so I think that makes sense. Great, so now let's open the Diamond Crunch ice cream in here. And now I need to also open from the resource pack templates under assets, Minecraft, textures. Oh, where is it? Item. I need to add a snowball. Snowball file is what I need. New, yes, give me a snowball. This does, yeah, this adds enough variety, and I need a diamond. Alright, copy that as well. Add this to another new file. Great. Perfect. So in this file I need, first of all, obviously, I need the main colors. These are like the darkest colors that the snowball has. Then we have the slightly brighter colors. I don't know if this makes any sense at all. Then we have the two even brighter colors. This doesn't really make much sense. I think I should start from in like a different way. We need this side to be darker while the other one is brighter, so we need to actually do something that is more like this, obviously with that little bit of texture that the original snowball comes with. So basically we add like random pixels of stuff into other colors. So we add like brighter ones into the darkers and like darker ones into the brighter ones. I don't think there's like, I don't know, there is some that are like pretty crazy. No, not really. It's like that medium color that flows pretty far into. I think we just need to give it some more texture. I think we're still a bit too dark here. And we take like the really dark ones for the really dark shit, and then we can use these more brighter colors for the more brighter side. Again, this snowball also only has like a 2-color outline, which is the two darkest colors, but making an outline that is only these dark colors does not make any sense in my opinion. I mean, it works, for sure it works. It actually works pretty well. Oh yeah, that does work. Just take some of the white. Is this perfect white? It literally is perfectly white. Snowballs are perfectly white. So right, I think this does capture the snowball vibe pretty well. I do think I want to change these two though, in their direction. And I also want to change the color of this to have more of a gradient. And let's see how this looks in the game. I'm stupid. I'm actually fucking dumb. How can a 1 be so dumb? I literally forgot the diamonds. I just made a bland ice cream. I just made a snowball ice cream. A tasteless ice cream. It's just literally reshaped snow with a stick inside of it. Also on the stream you're probably only seeing white right now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's literally just white. I sadly have not yet found a reliable fix for this shitty program here that I really like using. Copy the diamond in. Use a new layer. Now we use the more recognizable diamond colors, I think. Maybe these. For example, we add some in here. Ruby Crunch ice cream, kind of this worked a bit better there. Mainly because it's I need to restart this. I need to just plan out where I want these to be. So I just randomly do stuff like this, and oh, this works pretty well. So now we take different colors of this stuff, like more brighter colors don't make really too much sense, but these darker ones, they do. Now we grab us some of the brightest colors of the diamond and we fix the surroundings. Hell yeah. Yep, that works. I can live with this. Now let's see. What? PDN? No. No. Freaking paint. I need you to save this as a PNG. And not as a PDN. There. Oh, this one looks tasty as hell. This one really does look the tastiest out of all of them. And I mean it is the tastiest. Wait, crunch? Isn't it diamond ore chunk? Oh no. Oh no, I need to... Oh no! I wrote that wrong everywhere. I wrote that wrong literally everywhere. We need to rename this one. Need to rename this one. Need to rename this one. Freaking rename this one. Then in the freaking ENU's JSON, we need to rename it as well, and here as well. In the mod items, this also, no. I'm gonna get this is still wrong. Bruh. Ice cream. And would have thought in here we need to rename it as well. In here we need to rename it as well. Here as well. And wherever that was, mod food components here as well. Right, so this should all be correct now. I hope. Let's run it and see. I really do hope I renamed everything. I don't know what the next item is. Oh shit. No, this I do not like. What is the next thing to add? What? This cannot be. Next thing from the first book to add is a potion. A freaking potion called Monster Master Cologne. That is crazy. I need to see if this works first. If it is in the right category. Oh, this does look tasty as hell. I need to have the crafting ingredients. Which is actually like it's devious crafting recipe. You're literally eating diamonds. But it looks really tasty. I think this is the best textured one of all of them. Also looks the most vanilla-like. So we need to definitely retexture the other ones. Like this first one needs a retexture. These other two actually work pretty well. This one maybe needs a more aggressive outline that has less hue shifts. This one needs an actual outline because it's just like a gradient as well, and this one, we're not talking about this one. It just doesn't have anything close to an outline. This one is pretty decent, I think. I mean, it is a snowball texture just in a different shape, so yeah, obviously it works. But that is what I wanted to add, and it saves the end before the nether. Why would it do that? Well, I don't know. Anyways, it all works. It all works perfectly fine. So the funny thing is, the next thing to add literally is a cologne, and I do not know what the cologne does. I think it doesn't actually do anything, but it is in the book, so I need to basically add a potion that doesn't do anything. I don't even know how it was crafted or if that was mentioned, but I highly doubt that. But the next thing after that would be pretty funny, because it would just be colored eggs. And the funny thing about that is that colored eggs, well, colored eggs would be relatively easy to add. And funnily enough, I do intend, even though the book only mentions green colored eggs, I do take the freedom of just guessing that we can color eggs in any other color as well. Because it just makes sense. If you can color an egg green, you can also color it red, I think. So we're just going to make eggs be colorable in every single color. Anyways, I'm going to commit this thing real quick. How did I do that? Commit here. So we added the magma cream ripple ice cream plus diamond or chunk ice cream. Alright, we're going to commit a push to amend everything. What is amend? Wait, what? No, 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 this is not what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Push. Great, so everything is up to date again. Just how I like it. And thus means I don't actually know what this means, but the mod works so far, and that's pretty crazy. We've added 4 things and everything works. And it works well, it works really well. I don't know if I want to add a Monster Master cologne, because I would need to reread that section of the book real quick in order to find out what the hell I'm even supposed to add there. Now I know where I am in the 3rd book. I did already read until the 3rd book, which is pretty crazy. But in the 1st book, which we're going to open now, because I can, and we're scrolling to where I need to scroll to, which is to page 168. Monster Master Cologne, Mysterious Hand, don't smell like a hero, only 8 emeralds. I think we might also need to change the trading tables of villagers to maybe have this be a buyable thing. Fermented slime. Wait, does that... Alright, so there's a little dilemma, right? Somewhere in the book they mention fermented glowstone, and apparently fermented glowstone is crafted using glowstone and slime, which doesn't make any sense in my opinion, because fermented is, well, basically dried. And I mean, there's fermented spider eyes, for example. Is it dried? No, I don't know if it's even dried, but it's definitely nothing to do with slime. And it doesn't make sense to craft fermented glowstone with slime balls, but following that logic, a fermented slime ball would just be 2 slime balls in a crafting table, which would then result in a fermented slime, or crafted together with sugar, which would potentially give you fermented slime. But I think I'm not going to actually add that. It's like saying it's something smells like fermented slime, even though fermented slime doesn't actually exist. No, but like, you get it. I mean, you can say something smells like something that doesn't actually exist. So maybe we don't add that. But I don't know if it even... I don't know if this is even an item that has a freaking, like, a function. I don't know, it probably doesn't. I need to, like, I mean, we have the texture literally in the book, so I don't necessarily need to actually do much. But I need to add this, I need to make a new registry first here. No, what are these called? No, a new register and a new item group. I need to watch the tutorial on how to make new item groups, then create the new item group. Upon creating the new item group, I will have to add all of my foods to the new item group, because there is, in fact, the longest list of items I have is the food list, and there's like 10 foods in there, and more actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 foods in there. I can list them. There are obviously the 4 ice creams we have. Fermented potato. The fermented potato actually further supports my theory that everything in this world is fermented, is being crafted with slime balls. Because the fermented potato is literally a raw potato that is just extremely green. And it's not like a poisonous potato that is has just like green specks on it. It's literally entirely green, like a slime ball, but in the shape of a potato. Then we have grass stew, which I figure is crafted using grass and a bowl. I might give this some negative status effect. Balls, yes. Then mud soup, I have no idea. Coarse dirt stew, pretty much the same. Gravel sandwich actually goes pretty hard. Probably literally. Gravel sandwich, I figure you'd craft that with bread and gravel. These are all like items that are pretty bad. So I'd say they either get negative status effects or just don't give any saturation at all. Because they are all going to be really easy to craft. I mean, grass and the bowl is probably the grass stew. Mud soup will probably just be a dirt block and a bowl. And coarse dirt stew is coarse dirt and a bowl. The cooked spider legs, they are probably the most weirdest thing, because that means we need to add spider legs, which do not exist. So I need to add a new loot table. I need to modify the Java standard loot table for spiders and add a spider item, a spider leg item, potentially. And slime pie, which I guess is crafted using similar items to a regular pie, like a pumpkin pie for example, but using slime instead of pumpkin. And the single best thing that isn't an ice cream that is actually edible in all of this stuff that is being added is the watermelon drink. Wow. And that's not even really like food, it's just a drink. So I have to make this drinkable, not edible. And it will probably be crafted using a bottle and a watermelon slice. And give you like, I don't know, the same effect as a watermelon. Or worse, if that is even possible. If you can get less saturation than a watermelon, then I'm giving the watermelon drink less saturation. Even though we could technically also make the watermelon drink more advanced by adding milk to it, which would then make the watermelon drink be a milkshake, which was never mentioned. But it could technically be, I don't know though. I have no idea. Then we have to add a fermented glowstone, as I already said, the cologne colored eggs. Then some boss weapon, which I don't know, it's an enchanted freaking rod. But I need to add new enchantments, which is pretty difficult. Also, I need to somehow make it possible to enchant a fishing rod with sharpness 7. How the hell is that even going to be possible? Sharpness 7. I might just make the item itself, just by standard have that enchantment and make it not enchantable with that enchantment. But I don't know if by default you could get through cheats an enchanted fishing rod with sharpness 7. That would definitely work. But my problem is, what does it do on a fishing rod? And then I need to add the enchantment pulling too, which just makes you able to pull things with it more better. I don't know. The next thing that actually makes sense to add is an obsidian sword, but that's quite far into the series. Then an unknown material sword that is made from a red glowing metal, which is probably going to look like those 2015 PvP YouTuber intros or whatever. But I need to make a red glowing metal sword that Herobrine, who is in the book, has, that is from elemental nature and is crafted using potentially lava, but it is unknown how to craft it. And I have not reread that book yet, but in either this or one of the next books, the main characters will find a crafting table that has like a 5x5 grid or something. So I will have to add a freaking 5x5 crafting table. I don't even know how the frick to do this. I mean, the block itself, easy. But making the block work as an actual interactable block that opens a crafting menu, that's already going to be hard enough. But then adding an entire GUI with functioning crafting, I don't even know how to start. And that's probably where the internet or ChatGPT or something else will have to help me. Because if it was a normal crafting table copy, basically with that is just a different block but functions the same way, okay, that would probably be like doable. But a freaking crafting table with a 5x5 that then has to accept the recipes I make. So I need to somehow make the shaped crafting work with 5x5. That is a bit stupid. Also, I don't know if I want to make regular crafting recipes craftable on the advanced crafting table. I mean, it would make a lot of sense if they were, but if not, that would also work. So, in short, I will have to add like one of the most advanced freaking blocks that has ever been added to Minecraft. No, but it's like, I can't really get my mind behind how that is supposed to work on like a background level, like on a coding level. I don't even know how you add GUIs in mods. And I also don't know if the dude that makes these tutorials that I watch has a tutorial for things that help me with what I'm trying to do. I mean, for interactable blocks with inventories, yes, I'm pretty sure he does have tutorials for that, but I don't know if he has tutorials on how to make custom crafting recipes. I mean, a furnace is technically also a crafting recipe, right? So what if what if, yeah, no, that should actually then not be that difficult. Now maybe the shaped crafting and stuff will probably, maybe not, or maybe yes, I don't know. I mean, these crafting recipes are going to be probably like single position crafting recipes, so they can only be crafted in one exact position. Because if you need a 5x5 crafting table, then you probably also have something that is using most of that space. I think the more advanced items are being crafted on that table, so I don't know about the obsidian sword. I could imagine the obsidian sword just being a regular, like a regular sword crafting recipe, but it might also be an advanced one, so we need to find that out. Some things are never really clarified, but who cares. Also, I need to port the mod to the newest version as soon as possible, hopefully. I don't know if I can just do that or if that's not that easy. If it is easy, then I will do it and develop the mod in the newest version. I really do hope they didn't change anything. And if I can develop it in the newest version, I think I will be able to make use of the spears, because I think in the book there is a mention of something similar to a spear. Maybe I have that. Maybe I'm just tripping and that never exists in the book. But I thought somebody found in like a church or something where they found like a whole pit of weapons and loot that most were cursed in some way, but they were also really good, but cursed. So I need to add like 50 different curses. I don't know. Anyways, I think that is enough for today because I can't add my new thingies anyways, the item group entries. So I will probably just skedaddle out of here for today and watch some stuff on my phone again before falling asleep after the first 10 minutes max, I think. So I shall save and I shall skedaddle. Is it all saved? I think it is all saved. Good. So yeah, thanks everyone for having been here. I know it was pretty quiet here today again, but from my feelings are telling me that this stream might hit quite a few views again, like the other modding stream. So yeah, would be funny. Anyways, I will report back next stream will probably be one of the greatest announcements ever, because I didn't even like explain that yet. If my demand gets accepted, I have like 11 months where I'm just not bound to do anything, which means I can finally work on second channel projects that I've had to neglect for years. Some at least for years, others for months. I can finally finish the next video, start the next video, finish that video, make a video with Lumpus that we are that we should drop in like a few weeks, I think. So that is like not good. Yeah, I have quite a lot of stuff that I could do in the future, almost 1 year. But I don't know if that would make me just detach from anything that I'm doing outside of my home. But that's a problem for future me. I need to keep the grind on and hope that they don't freaking keep me there. Anyways, goodbye to everyone, and see you all next week. Hopefully out of the military for now.